Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. This hen you see here is about 3 years old, and I'm breeding her again this year to her grandfather, which is him, Vlad. I'm breeding her again with him because last year, she produced a few stags that they were really good. They were all clean, and I decided to do it again to breed her again. She's his granddaughter. Uh, by his daughter. This here is Vlad's daughter. This is White Sipsai. And I had mixed her with one of these radio cocks that I have last year. And that's how that black hen that's with Vlad up there came out. I'm doing her again because I'm breeding her again because they also produce pretty good hens. So I'm trying to do it again, trying to repeat the process. So when you find birds that nick like that, you want to keep on breeding them, either to experiment with them or just to keep on producing those birds till you come up with something better. I'm also using this opportunity to kind of describe or give you all an explanation on how I select my hens in my yard. Or you can use this, you can apply this to your selection if you're either buying them from somebody or if you're getting them out from your own yard. And this is before you test them out. So when I first step into somebody's yard, or if I'm looking in on my own yard, when I'm looking for pullets, I don't select the pullets that scurry away and they try to get as far as they try to get away from you as far as they can. These birds are no good. Maybe for nature, for survival, but not for this selection. They're very difficult to handle. Look for the ones, pay close attention to the ones that keep a safe distance, but they're very attentive to your movements. For me, this shows confidence, and it shows an intelligent bird. Then once you see a couple that do that, put them to the side, pick them up, put them to the side. If they look pretty, if they have good conformation, obviously, put them in a pen. If you're selecting them in your yard, put them in a pen, or if you're selecting them on somebody's yard, ask them if you could pick them up and make your selection from out of those birds. Also helps to kind of calm them down a little bit. So once you coop them up in a pen, you can start looking for defects, whether it's duck toe, their legs are crooked toes, their legs are too long or too short, or they're too because once you get them close, you can start noticing more details from getting a closer view. So like I said, defects, check for crooked toes, duck toes, crooked beaks, squirrel tail. You might be surprised, but the hens can also have squirrel tail. Make sure their knees are not touching each other, or legs are not too spaced apart. Also crooked beaks. And you might be surprised, but check their wattles out too. If you see one of the wattles is a little bigger than the other one, that's also a defect. Make sure they're not sick. No boogers coming out of them. No bubbles coming out of their eyes. Sunken eyes. Also make sure the bird's not too fat, not too skinny, not too heavy. Make sure they got a pretty red face. Shiny feathers, like this guy here. Shiny feathers. So once you selected out of those birds, you eliminated the ones that have defects. You take them out of the pens, and you're left over with some pretty good birds, about 5 or 4 or whatever you think it's good. Pick them up. Once they've been in the pen for a while, they can kind of calm down. If they're being free range, they can kind of calm down and pick them up. I like to have an active bird, not trying to get away from you, scratching, kicking, and flapping their wings and just trying to get away from you. But I want them to be active in the sense that every time they try to posture up, you could feel their muscles flexing. If they try to posture up, that means the bird, while you're holding them, that means the bird wants to be comfortable. If it just sits there, if you grab it and you move it to the side, tilt it to the side, and it just sits there, it's a sign of shock. Also, you'll be surprised, but if the bird just lets you, if it's too calm, it's just there, like in shock, don't select that bird. It's a very shy bird, a very nervous bird. You don't want to select that. I like it when I mean, at least I don't. I like it when you pick them up and you tilt them to the side, and they're strong and firm, and when they flex their muscles trying to posture up, trying to keep themselves balanced in your hands, that's a confident bird. It positions itself how it wants to be. It's not in shock. It also shows you that it's a pretty dominant bird. It has a mind of its own, you know, like he wants to be comfortable. He's comfortable in your hands to move around. Like I said, not trying to get away from you, but to move around and position itself how it wants to position itself. That's a good indication that that bird is gonna be, that their muscle reflexes are pretty sharp. And yeah, which also I apply that to selecting my roosters too. Them posturing themselves, I apply that to the roosters too. But that'll be another video. Make sure you stay posted. I'm gonna post a video on that. Also, you know, people talk about what's more important, the chicken or the rooster. I mean, the hen or the rooster. To me, I mean, from my experience, I never had any chicks hatch without a rooster, and I never had any chicks hatched without a hen. So you need both. Both of them are very important. If they nick, once you find a bird that nicks, there it is. It's not because of the hen. I mean, sometimes you do have extraordinary birds that pass down to their genes down to their offspring. They're very dominant, but those are very rare. Normally, you need two, especially when you're doing your hybrid vigor. You need them to nick. So yeah, you gotta be doing some careful selection when you're looking for those nicks. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys, if you like it. If you like the content, hit the bell button. I'm gonna make a video about how to select your rooster, or how I select my roosters, and hit the bell button so you get the notifications for future content. Hope you guys enjoyed and liked the video. Thanks for watching.